This thing on the left here is in fact a tower, yes.
Okay. Well,
It has no windows.
Oh, great. Well, I'm going to approach tower side from, like, this side. Well, I'll just move my guy. From, like, over here.
Yep.
Because there's no windows, so I'm going to try and avoid line of sight coming from, like, the windows over here and over here.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically what I'm looking for is a blind spot on the way side of this tower.
So are you trying to climb it here, or are you curious if there are blind spots up north?
No, I'm trying to get to a spot where I can't easily be seen by the windows of the house. And then I'm going to try to climb the tower. I do have a grappling hook. And so I'm going to try to grapple with the assistance of the grappling hook and my, rope and wrap climbing tools and so forth. I'm going to try to scale the wall.
Okay. Yeah, nobody can see you if you're on that outer side. You are on the street side of the house, but as the guard just went by and seems to have gone for now.
Yeah, I'm more worried about the house than the street. But, I mean, obviously I'll take a look around and see what's up.
Empty and dead. So you want to make a climbing check, and you easily scale it. It's a fairly short house. The tower is only about 20 feet high, and it's rather old. You can see that this is not new construction. There are plenty of handholds, and it's easily grippable. You're able to grapple onto the shingles on the roof, and so you climb up, and you have reached the top of the tower. If you wanted to go
Nick, I'm suddenly having to strain to hear you.
Is that better?
Yes, that's much better.
Okay. Yeah, so you manage to easily scale it and reach the roof if you so desire.
Yay! From the roof, I mean, is more of it unlocked? Can I see?
From the roof, you see that the roof is, for the most part, angled. It is not flat, and there are no obvious openings on the roof other than two chimneys. One of which is right about here, and the other of which is over here.
Okay, well, I'm not going to go down the chimney. I'm not Santa Claus, but what I want to do is this a two-story house? One-story?
Two-story house.
Two-story. Okay, good. I'm going to try to go along the side of the house, the side of the roof, like maybe this side. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking for a window that's dark, that has no lights in it. And I'm going to try to hang down over the eaves, open the window, and slip in that way.
There is a window, and so you're on the second floor, which is up top. And it is right about here. You can see down in hallway. And so make a stealth check to swing in that window. Yeah, you nimbly zip on in. And let's see. Do you want to move your guy up to the top where I've revealed some stuff?
You haven't revealed anything on my map.
Yeah, keep going north. More north. More north.
Oh, you all the way up there. Sorry.
It's fine.
I know. My map, I wasn't all the way. There you go. I thought that was just blank up there.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, so I came in like this window?
Yeah, you're in that hallway.
Okay. Cool. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to crouch down, be extremely quiet, and put my ears on and just listen for people walking around or any disturbances I might have caused or dogs barking.
You hear kind of a loud, raucous noise that seems to be coming from the floor below you. You also noticed when you were on the roof that there was smoke coming from the further of the chimneys, not the one that's near you. And other than that, you don't hear much noise at all. No dogs, no guards.
But there is a noise. Is this like a party noise or like a fighting noise?
So you can tell that there's at least one person below you who is stomping about a room, and you hear the sounds of ceramic and plates.
Somebody's in the kitchen. Okay. That's not that big a deal. I'm going to go over to this corner.
Oops.
And whoops. And sneak a peek around the corner. I'm not stepping out, I'm just kind of sneaking a peek.
It's fine. So the red things are doorways, by the way.
Okay.
So you passed 2 doorways, you're by a third, and you see a hallway, and you in fact see that there is another large doorway a little bit down it.
Okay. Well, since I didn't realize these are doors, I will come back down to... It's okay. I will come back down to the first door, and I will listen at the door. I will check the door for traps, and assuming I find no obvious tripwires or anything, I will very quietly just crack the door and peek in and see what kind of room it is.
What's a check for traps? Perception?
You would think a thief, though, would have... That's a really good question.
Can you use thieves' tools for it?
I mean, I would like to, but I mean, that's a... You know what? I'm actually gonna search the book for that one, just because that's a really good question. Because perception is a wisdom skill.
Yeah, it's not really perception.
Yeah. Let me see if I can do a search on the player's handbook and see what I can find.
Investigation.
You can search for traps while traveling at normal pace instead of a slow... Oh, that's for the Dungeon Delver.
Right.
Really? That's all that's in there? Let me check the DMG. That doesn't make any sense at all. And the DMG found no searches for search for traps. Let's try good old-fashioned Google. There's definitely some Reddits.
Promising.
Reddit is calling it investigation. I'm not sure
That kind of makes sense to me. When you look around for clues and make deductions based on those clues, you make an intelligence investigation check. You might deduce the location of a hidden object, discern the appearance from the appearance of the room, the kind of weapons that dealt it, or the weakest point in the tunnel that could cause collapse. If you were looking for traps in general, I think that's investigation. If you're trying to pick a lock or something, like that's definitely thieves' tools.
Yeah, definitely to pick the lock, but I'm talking about finding the lock or finding the trap. Definitely thieves' tools is to disarm the trap or disarm the lock. But finding it is a whole different issue. So, you're calling that investigation?
Yeah.
To find it?
You
Nope.
find no traps.
Then I will gently try to open the door.
And
I'm
now
just...
you get to use your thieves' tools.
Okay, because it's locked.
It is.
That's what okay. These tools. Yeah.
You make a small rattling, but you are able to force the lock open.
I will crack it open, not like fling it open, and peer inside to see what kind of room it is.
You see a child's bedroom. There's a slightly stirring girl about 8 years old on the bed, and assorted toys and bookshelves and rug and so on.
Okay. I mean, other than maybe a jewelry box, I don't think a kid's room is going to have a lot of loot, and I'm pressed for time. So I'm going to move on to the next door and repeat the process.
Investigation. You do not find any traps.
Is the door locked?
The door is locked. You pick it stealthily and slyly, and not a sound is heard.
Okay, same thing. I'm going to first crack the room and see what kind of room it is.
As you crack open the room, this is what you can see. It appears to be another bedroom of sorts. There is a desk. There is a sleeping young woman in the bed. She isn't stirring at all. She appears to be in a deep sleep. And over to her right, you can see a desk with a large mirror, and the entire tabletop is covered in various jewelry and mascara and lipstick.
Well then, we will stealth over to the desk. Yeah! And, I'm not taking like I said, I'm pressed for time. And I'm really here as a joke. So I'm just gonna look for obvious, giant gems, or if there's enough of it, I'll just stuff it all in my pockets. But I mean,
you see 9 pieces of jewelry that have large gems in them, and manage to snag them all.
Okay. Write this one down. Is she hot?
She is very hot.
I will take out a rouge or lipstick or the equivalent thereof, and I will write thanks for the memories, a heart, and I will make my fox symbol on her mirror.
Excellent.
And then I will exit the room.
Okay.
And check this door.
This door is not locked.
Okay.
I don't know if you find traps or not.
Oh, I do know. I'm still looking for. I was not born yesterday. Oh, never mind. I just fling the fucking door open.
Find any traps?
I don't give a shit.
And this seems to be a storage room of some sorts. You see many bookshelves. There appears to be a small cannon or something in the lower right. There is a beautiful, beautiful chess set with 2 stools that you see on the south, and on the right there appears to be a cabinet that is of fine, fine workmanship. And that's about it. Along the top, you see the shelf near the door that is filled with bottles of liquor.
Did you say chest?
Cabinet, north of the cannon.
Okay,
A chess set.
Oh, chess. Okay, sorry. I'll stealth in. I mean, nobody's in here, right?
Yeah, no, it's empty.
I'll stealth in and just give the cabinet a perusal. Again, checking for traps before I open it.
You do not find any traps.
Okay, I will try to open the cabinet. Is it locked?
The cabinet is locked, and you can tell that the lock appears to have several different parts.
Okay. $21.
You do manage to unlock the cabinet. As you unlock the cabinet, there was both a keyed part of the lock and a combination part, and unfortunately, the third part of the lock was on the back of the cabinet, which you failed to investigate to disarm the trap, and so make a dex save.
Yes, sir. No.
And as you disarm the lock, as you open up the door, spring blade springs out at you, and it strikes you in the roll body part dice for 6 damage.
Right foot. It was one of those low blades. Ow. And I tap my mouth over my own hand as I'm jumping around like I got a hot foot, like. I will immediately flatten myself up against the nearest wall and go totally silent and try to listen to see if setting off that trap alerted anyone or anything.
You don't hear anything other than the continual thumping and clanking from below.
Well, since I spilled blood for it, I will go back and look and see what was in the cabinet.
Inside the cabinet, you find several bottles of rum of a make that you have never heard of before, along with a crystal decanter and several silver goblets.
I will take the goblets and one of the things of rum.
Okay, there were 2 exquisitely carved silver goblets, and yes, one odd variety of rum.
Just because I don't know what the rum's worth and it's heavy to carry around, so. Alright. I will flip the trap off and then stealth out and make my way around to this room. And not loving this investigation look for traps thing.
You do not detect any traps on the door. It is not locked.
I will crack the door.
As you crack the door, let's see how my polygon goes. Oops. That doesn't work. So.
Oh!
This is what you see.
Okay. Is he asleep? Is he, like, actively guarding out a window?
He is looking out the window, scanning back and forth, sleepily.
I am going to gently, ever so gently, shut the fucking door.
And you also see, because you're over there, the rest of the entryway.
God, what do I have? What do I have? 1 second. I got an idea. This thing, why can't I make these decently searchable?
The PDFs? Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I'm trying to find that thing that what's in the burglar's pack. I think there it goes. I found it. Okay, I have 1,000 ball bearings. I'm going to take about 100 ball bearings, and I'm going to Go ahead.
I have to say, I think those are my favorite item in the entire book.
I'm going to take 100 of those ball bearings, and I'm just going to spread them out at the base of the door.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's more of an early warning system if he comes out and I'm around.
Right.
But I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Okay.
And I'll go to this room up top.
I don't know if it would be sleight of hand or dexterity to do that without him noticing any sort of sound. Or are you doing it on your side of the door?
I'm doing it on my side of the door.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, because if he comes out,
yep.
As part of his regular rounds or something, I want to know about it.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm going to go to that upper door and investigation. There we go.
You detect no traps. It is not locked.
Okay. I will crack the door.
And as you crack the door, you see a mostly barren room. You can tell that it has a very heavily scuffed floor.
Okay.
But it is oddly empty. There's practically nothing in it besides those two little tables.
Is this a window or a door?
That is a door.
Okay, then I will...
One sec. It has a window in it and appears to go outside.
Oh, it's an outer door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then I don't want to go back outside yet. So, I will go over to the store.
That door is it locked? No, it's not locked. And it does not appear to have any traps. And when you peer inside, you see what looks like a private dining hall. And it has windows on the far side that overlook the rest of the town, and it appears to have been cleaned up recently. And the bottles on the south side here still look to be in disarray.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to carry everybody. He's probably got some nice cutlery in there, but I'm not going to... I'm here for a greater... Like I said, fortune and glory is my guy. He steals when he can, but I'm not here to rob this place blind. I could probably find some silverware in there or something, but I'm not going to do it. I have better things in mind. So, I'm going to backtrack to here, hoping that this is the stairwell down. And again, check the door.
Just checking. You saw that there was a door here, right?
Oh, sorry. Yes, I assumed that door was leading outside. I guess I should have asked.
It does not lead outside.
Okay, well then yes, I will pass through and check that door.
That door appears to be heavily locked.
Ooh.
Did you roll investigation? 8?
I did.
Is that an old one? Yeah, you don't detect any traps on it.
I will attempt to unlock the door.
You handily unlock the door.
I really wish I hadn't followed my investigation roll, so I will crack the fucking door.
And you see... so over on this far side, this door on the northwest, that again is windowed and leads outside.
Mm-hmm.
There's another door over here that does not lead outside. I'll make sure you can
Okay.
see that. And there appears to be a table there, and it looks like it's a kind of workbench, hobby bench. It's got a disassembled crossbow on it, uh, along with several other small woodworking projects. Like, it appears that somebody was trying to build one of those ships in a bottle and hasn't managed to get it to work yet. Um, but there are quite a few scattered tools and stuff about there.
Awesome. Very awesome. Um, so when we say disassembled crossbow, do I, in my rudimentary knowledge, think I might be able to assemble said crossbow? I mean, not now, but like with. Never mind. I'm too stupid to assemble a crossbow.
You can tell that it is a very nice crossbow. You have no clue how it
Okay.
gets together.
Well, I didn't know if it was just like breached or something.
No,
Okay, all right.
It's like in parts.
Okay, cool. No problem. I will check this door.
This door is also heavily locked. It does appear to have some sort of trap, you can tell. One of the hinges is very funny.
I will attempt to disarm the trap.
And let's see. You are able to disarm the trap. You're able to pull one of the bolts out and kind of unscrew the hinge so that it's not going to turn when the door does.
Excellent. By the way, that's very good narration. How you're doing. I'm just saying. That's really cool.
Thanks.
That you're not just saying, okay, you disarmed it and move on. You know,
I
like
hope
specific.
I learned something from the actual play that I listened to.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. That's cool.
Thanks.
Anyway. So I guess I will make a roll for the lock itself.
Mm-hmm. And you are able to disarm the lock.
And I will crack the door.
As you crack the door, this is the part of the room you can see. That man is asleep in bed. It is a sumptuous bed. The coverlings are made out of some sort of velvet velour. There's a canopy on top with like the poles and everything. There's a sleeping dog you can see over there. And once again, that table there is filled with makeup. You don't see any jewelry on top though. And all the makeup is in nice little neat rows and sorted by color.
Wow. I hate dogs. I hate dogs. I didn't say this, so I'm completely leaving it up to you. Did I get a description of the mayor? And do I think this might be him?
Yeah, this is the mayor.
Okay.
You're pretty freaking sure.
Oh, okay. I don't have any pork chops on me or nothing. I hate fucking dogs. And this is why people keep dogs. It's the burglar's bane.
It is a large, shaggy dog. It's not like a mastiff or something.
I don't care if it's a poodle. I don't need a dog yapping.
Yep.
It's not that I can't kill a dog. It's that I don't want him fucking yapping at me.
As you look at its collar, you could swear that it has a silver collar.
Oh, of course it does. The dog fucking probably eats better than I do. What just pisses me off even more about this mayor. Well, shit, there's nothing for it. You know what? I'm going to do this smart. I'm going to move back over to this door, the one that leads outside,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to unlock it. I'm going to check for traps and unlock it,
Mm-hmm.
if I can.
Let's see. It is locked. You do not detect any traps. You open it and you see a nice little porch.
I assume it's a balcony. We're still on the second
Yeah,
floor.
sorry, that's what I meant.
Oh, it's okay. I'm just making sure.
Yep.
I am going to leave that door slightly ajar. Not so much that it can be noticed from outside that it's just gaping, but so that I don't have troubles fucking getting through it in a hurry if I need to.
Right.
And then there's really nothing for it. So I am going to train my hand crossbow on that fucking dog. And I'm going to try to stealth in the room without waking the fucking dog. I guess I can't hum to myself and give myself bardic inspiration, because I think that would be... I'm not going to do it. That would be totally cheap. I'm not going to do it. Ooh, I'm a bard! Ooh! Can I... Nope. Never mind.
What were you thinking?
I didn't take the spells. Like, there's stuff you can do to soothe people with music and shit. I was gonna do a fluffy on the fucking dog and shit. Actually, I do have Mage Hand. I am going to keep my crossbow trained on the fucking dog. I'm going to try to send my Mage Hand through the doorway that's only open a little and go over to his dresser. And again, I'm looking for the mayor's pantaloons. So I'm going to try and have the Mage Hand quietly.
So this is clearly the makeup table.
Okay.
This is the dresser, which is next to the dog.
Well, of course it is.
So you're gonna roll, I guess, a stealth check for your Mage Hand.
Concentration. Here we go. Keeping the crossbow on the fucking dog. And... That's not so bad. Not great. I mean, it is a dog, after all. But... At least if the dog looks up, it'll see a dresser drawer and not my big-ass stand there.
You do manage to open the dresser drawer stealthily with your Mage Hand. Mage Hands can pick stuff up, right? Like up to 20 pounds or something.
It's not 20 pounds, but yes, it is.
So you manage to open the dresser drawer, you open the bottom drawer, and you see incredibly neatly folded pants of various colors, and there are, at least you can see along the top, black, brown, and green.
Okay. Again, I'm looking for his underclothes, like the pantaloons, like his small clothes.
These are
I want a big pair of red polka dot fucking pantaloons.
As you open up the next drawer, it's harder to see, and you kind of have to crane your neck. Okay. But you can see a fair amount of socks, a big stack of white pantaloons, and on the other side, I don't know what's on the other side. Used socks.
Okay. I will try to grab... You know, I can lift 10 pounds. I'm going to try and grab all of his pantaloons. So he gets up in the morning to change his pantaloons, and there are none. I'm going to try to grab up to 10 pounds of pantaloons. There can't be that many fucking pantaloons in the
There are only 5 pounds of pantaloons, sadly, so you can grab them all.
I will try to grab the pantaloons and retract my Mage Hand to myself.
Yeah, you do that.
I will close the fucking door.
Close the door, and let's reveal this. Okay. You have closed the door.
All right. I will, as quickly but stealthily as possible, exit here and jump off the balcony. As I do so, I will cast Featherfall upon myself.
Wait. So as you are leaving
Uh-oh.
that door,
Okay.
you hear a loud rattle, and then a crunch and a crash. It appears to have come from the southwest.
Okay. Was this like dishes from the kitchen, or did it so? Oh, do I like the guy hit my ball bearings?
There was a scream. Yeah, it was the guy hitting your ball bearings.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm fucking cheesing it. I mean, I'm still stealthily. I'm not just banging the door open, but like, I am stealthily, but quickly, exiting this door, and again, as previously stated, jumping off the fucking balcony, pulling out a feather, casting Featherfall, and hopefully lightly drifting.
Now, like Featherfall, you just do that shit, right?
Yes, you just do that shit.
Cool. So you don't even need to roll acrobatics.
It does. That's why I said you use spell components, which, by the way, I applaud. Mm-hmm. I usually don't, I don't want to keep track of it, and players usually don't. But I like using spell components. I'm like, they're there.
Nice little limit.
Yeah, and so anyway, but you told me I got 3 spell components from that girl's purse, so I will take out a feather and I will cast it into the air, where it probably very quickly just dissolves or whatever happens when you cast these kinds of spells, and I will jump off the balcony, whiffing my way down to the ground. And
as you whiffed your way down to the ground, you see at least one of the windows light up behind you, and a dog start barking about the time you hit the ground.
Awesome. I am doing my very, very best Jesse Owens impression. Just traveling away. I'm going to try to find, I don't know, if there's not a giant flagpole like on top of a building or something of that nature, I'll try and find.
Give me one last stealth check as you're running away.
Okay.
Assuming you're trying to blend in
yes,
the shadows.
I'm stealthily. Yeah.
You hear shouts, and you hear several crossbows being fired, and they appear to have gone south across the street into the other house.
Holy crap! What the fuck are they shooting at?
I don't even know.
Holy crap!
The wrong thing.
I feel sorry for any fucking alley cats wandering around tonight. Jesus. Muffins! Oh my god, muffins! So like, if there's not like I said, a giant flagpole sticking up somewhere, then maybe a laundry line. Like if 2 houses have like that laundry line between them, kind of thing, or something. You know, I just want to display all of these pantaloons. I'm going to draw my symbol on the buttocks of each one. You know, better than that, I got it even better than that. I'm going to place them all over town. Since I got a handful of them, I got 5 pounds pantaloons, which is at least 5, if not 10 pantaloons. I'm going to place these pantaloons all over town on like laundry lines, like I said, on flagpoles, just prominently anywhere I can. I'm going to place these pantaloons all over the place, and I'm going to draw my symbol in red on each one.
Okay, give me 5 stealth checks.
Oh God, this is gonna be fun. I am a stealthy bastard, man.
What the hell is that? I thought there would be at least 1 low. So
I know.
You placed 1 on the flag above the dockmaster's thing. You actually ran out to the Northern Rover and placed 1 on their mast.
Nice! I love mask.
Another, you managed to actually put on a pig in the pigsty without waking him up. And so the pig is wearing a pair of pantaloons. Another is flying over the Flagon and Cauldron Tavern. And the last you put on the door to the Imperial Barracks.
I like it. I will head back to my room and take off my crimson cowl and cape and reassume my alter ego.
The mild-mannered Calvin.
I will begin composing the tale of the nightly pantaloon raid, making fun of the mayor, like it's gonna have rhymes in it and shit. I mean, I don't know what I'll have to, but like, you know, like the tale and how the evil, you know, who dared to put the crimson shadow in the stockade.
Oh, so you're not even like denouncing that crimson shadow as false?
No, I did denounce him as false,
oh, okay.
But it's just like you know,
this mayor
just the thing, like you thought you would come against a false shadow when the real one. Anyway, you get the idea. Yeah. And I'm going to hopefully it'll become viral and go all over town and the country. Like I said, I've got like 18 volumes of Crimson Fox lore. The
mayor's not a terrible guy, but I mean, he's kind of corrupt. He's got this really nice house. People don't like him. It's gonna be well known in at least this town.
Well, yeah, that's why I was pantaloons. Like, he's not an evil fuck. I'm just like, it's a gag, but
I mean, not just the pantaloons, like the song. People are gonna sing it for months.
Yeah. That was awesome. Put him on the pig. That was great. Gosh.
Have you ever seen Black Mirror?
No.
It's an interesting BBC TV show. It's super high quality productions, like all of theirs, and kind of deals with like what effect technology has on society. And the first episode, which came out like a year or two ago, was it was basically terrorists take like the Princess of England captive as hostage and are like, unless the Prime Minister fucks a pig on live TV, we're gonna kill her. And it was really weird. It was a good episode, although very strange. But that's what the pig thing reminded me of. And the weirdest thing was, like, a year after that episode came out, I don't know if you heard this story like a month or two ago, there was some scandal about the fact that, like, the Prime Minister of England actually did fuck a dead pig, like, when he was in fraternity, whatever, in college. And it was like, what the hell? But hopefully you didn't do that. And you didn't even bang the Han chick, you just left a message on her mirror.
Yeah, I just want her to know.
Thanks for the good times. Oh, right, that reminds me. Ooh, that's not looking good for Elf Maiden there. Her door rolled a 2 for it to lock integrity.
Oh, no. I didn't want her to get gang raped or something. I just wanted,
So she may be drunk. She's a very good rogue. It's unlikely that will happen. It's likely that someone will try.
Mm-hmm. Well, she is tied up and shit. But yes, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. I suspect there will be bodies in the morning.
And she doesn't even have any daggers. She just bit their throat out. Shit.
Yeah, I can see that.
Well, I was just trying to delay her. Like, they said we couldn't kill other contestants. They didn't say we couldn't delay other contestants.
Exactly. There were very few rules.
And again, for the record, Tina's the only person who was aggressive to her.
Right. She definitely didn't notice all of you guys traveling both times she passed you. Traveling together.
She did, but I got no problems with that. I can talk my way out of that. That's no problem.
Persuasion.
I got some charisma going on. We're good.
Man. This is a hilarious character. I like it.
And the guy said there was no Thieves Guild in this town, so I take it there's not a fence, so I am going to hold on to this ill-gotten booty.
So there's no Thieves Guild. You could try and sell it either down at the docks.
Yeah, but I'm not going to sell the shit in the same town I stole it from. I'm not that stupid. So I'm just going to add this stuff to my my inventory for now, and I'll deal with it later.
I also was wondering if anybody would realize that, like, the rogue literally drinks away her money as fast as she can steal it.
Say that again?
The reason the rogue doesn't have any money is, excuse me, she drinks it away as fast as she can steal it.
Oh yeah.
She's a really good rogue. She spends a lot of money.
Yeah, I like how you had her trying to pick Tina's pocket like close, because, like, again, we are rogues.
Yeah. Well, and I also hope that having two NPCs like that are sort of GNPCs, like, the dwarf will help you out, but people forgot she was there, because she doesn't really need to be talking all the time. That would just be annoying.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's not too bad. I thought it was kind of weird that there were only, like, I don't know, 6 contestants in the kingdom, but I didn't know how to get rid of more than that, so.
Yeah. Well, and there's also, you can hand with, like, there's other people doing other things, you know, it's like, you know. So 2 fancy silver goblets, 1 bottle of odd rum, and 9 pieces of miscellaneous jewelry.
Yep. That guy's a smart thief too, because there was a lot more in that house and he did not.
Yeah, well, again, I learned when I got caught by that guy in my backstory.
Oh, right.
Like I learned. Everybody learns it once, but hopefully in the thieves' world you learn it young, and I did. Where I don't push my luck.
Yeah.
You know, you get a couple of handfuls of really good booty, you scoot. Yep. You know, and there's obviously somebody awake on the lower level. There's obviously active guards, although they're sleepy. And that motherfucker ain't gonna have a job tomorrow. But
so let's see. Let me go back to that map. The guy on the lower level, he was in the kitchen, but he was actually the.
Can you move me over there so I can?
Yeah, I'm trying to. There we go.
Okay. You can take off the fog of war,
yeah.
Or at least if you want to now.
Can I
go into the sheet? Do the top drop down like you're going to switch me between them, or you can do that too. Yeah. But you can actually. There's a checkbox for fog of war in the sheet property. Yeah, there. You go.
So yeah, that was actually the captain of the guards who was drunk and doing sword practice in the.
Nice.
Dining room. There was also, let's see, an alchemist over here. That's why the chimney was going. Another dog and a couple of guards on the front door. What I was trying to think of with the security is, like, if you get past both the front door and the guards down here and the archers up above, I don't think there are going to be that many, like, traps or whatever.
Yeah, probably not.
The dog's about it. I also like fucking dog. I hate dogs.
I hate dogs. All burglars. Like, I can think of back in the day, like, you fucking hate dogs, man. Like, I'm gonna have to think about that. I'm gonna have to carry some sort of anti-dog, you know, like some tranked up jerky. But the problem is, it would have to be like jerky. Like, I can't carry something that's gonna go bad.
Right. Well, the dogs kind of, they eat shit. They're not that picky.
True, but I also don't want to carry around rancid meat with me everywhere I go.
Why not?
Maybe I can get Tina to hook me up with some sleeping powders or something.
Yeah. Oh, that would be good.
I can.
Does it strike you as a bit weird that the druid is all, like, poisony and stuff?
And killing the fucking rabbit. I'm just like... I mean, I don't tell people how to play their characters, but I'm like, a druid would not just... We just took a 200-pound tuna out of the water. We don't need food.
So I actually was going to, like, drag that out with the rabbit being injured, and then Allison, like, reminded me of the fact that she was traumatized. We had a pet rabbit for like 6 years.
Oh.
And I was like, and the rabbit dies.
Yeah, and moving on.
But yeah, that did seem a bit brutal to be like, we just had tuna dinner. I presume your fox had some of this beautiful sushi.
Yeah.
I also am really amused that I do think the entire party is chaotic.
And I like that, but this makes sense. This kind of contest would draw chaotic people.
Right, like you don't belong in the military. The military guys don't do this contest.
And we're not evil. We're like true, like fortune seekers. Like,
and if you're honestly like selfish, like neutral, you're probably not going to do it either because there's a reward, but you don't even know what it is. You might as well go just like get the treasure for yourself.
Yeah. I'm literally doing it more for the story than gold. All the gold is nice.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that for a while because it was going to be like a cooperative adventure, and I figured it would be much more interesting with one person gets the reward. And even if some people don't care, that also means that like the other teammates may be trying to help render you, the NPCs.
Yeah. Yeah, I really am liking how this rogue bard is working out.
Nice. Yeah,
like I picked the spells, like the feather fall, and like I knew I'm jumping off a roof.
Oh, that was
the point.
It was just like, and make an acrobat. Oh wait, you don't need to.
Yeah, and stuff like that, like the disguise self and the cantrips with the mage hand and the illusion. Like so, I'm a little, like I said, I'm a little disappointed that the find traps isn't something I can get a bonus to, or something like that, just for being a rogue.
So if you're a rogue and you need to do those special long rest rules, do you like get a long rest every time you steal something that's valued above, say, 20 gold pieces?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see the long rest rules being that horrible. I guess if you wanted to do a really gritty game.
Yeah, it's not they're bad. They're just kind of dull, which I guess is okay. It's rest rules. It's not going to be that interesting.
But me, just the way I play games, I like simple, not having to keep track of 9 kinds of shit.
Yeah.
And that's my thing about their rules. I think the
difficult part for them was that the combats weren't hard enough.
Yeah.
And the way they made combat more interesting was by like making the long rest further apart, but I think you should just make the combats harder.
True. Also, that fucks magic users so much more than melee guys.
Yeah, it really does.
I mean, it's just unfair. That's why they created the whole cantrip cast what you want when you want thing.
Yeah.
Which I agree with.
Cantrips get added.
Cantrips were 4th edition, I think is when they got added. Because you needed something you could do all the time, and
I would think it would suck to be a magic user before then.
Yeah, 2nd edition, man. If you weren't a fighter / mage or something, I mean, it just I ran out of juice. Fuck you. Guess I'll be hitting you with my stick. It's like,
I mean, I guess if you're a cleric with like a warhammer, it's okay, but you're not going to compare to the barbarian with a sword.
It's better, but like the wizards. But on the other hand, a fireball in 2nd edition did 5 d6 damage. I mean, if you're playing levels like 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of shit, the fighter, I mean, you could blow up a room full of goblins in one shot.
Well, and didn't that happen in Eldamy a few episodes ago, that like some wizard got off a fireball and like took away half the party's hit points with one fireball?
Yeah, so that's how 2nd edition quote-unquote balanced it, was, you're very limited in your spells, especially lower levels. But once you hit, like, 5th level in 2nd edition, you were so much more powerful than your fighters. Granted, you still didn't have the longevity, but, like, if you had a meat shield to stand behind, you were insane. But I've said this before about games. I'm not a person who preaches balance. I'm not a... characters are different, and they should be different, and they should have different feels. And, a fighter does not equal a mage, does not equal a rogue. They're different things, and they do different things, and, it's rock, paper, scissors. It's not everybody's equal. And I say that about all games, whether it's WoW or SOTOR or any games like that. I think balance is, one, it's completely unachievable while still maintaining class flavor.
Yeah.
You'll never make a balance and maintain class flavor. It's impossible. Like what they did with SWTOR, like a Jedi equals a bounty hunter equals a, trooper. And that really shouldn't be the case, lore-wise.
Right.
I mean, you can shoot a Jedi and kill him, yes, but it's more difficult. And so they balanced it, by saying being shot in the face 40 times equals the same as being hit with a lightsaber 40 times, and it's just stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't even make sense. It's a lightsaber. Kinda hurts.
If I were to build a game, I would put it all in the 2-hit factors. Like, I would do, instead of having HP and, all that kind of crap, I would make it actually really reasonably difficult to shoot somebody and hit them. Mm-hmm. I mean, the average person can't hit a 50-yard target. Like, if you take a target the size of a 50-gallon trash can at 30 meters, most people can't hit that with a pistol.
But the funny thing is, and I think they covered this on a Fear the Boot interview with the D&D advisor, people would rather shoot something 4 times and hit it each time for a quarter of the damage than miss 3 times and still kill it in one shot.
That makes sense. You'll feel ineffectual.
Yeah.
I can see that.
And I think that if you wanted to model real life more, you'd clearly make every hit much more deadly and much more unlikely. Because yeah, as you said, it's hard to hit something that's 50 feet away.
Yeah.
Man, I remember when I went out shooting with my father-in-law a year ago with it might have been a .22 rifle, but it was just like trying to hit something 100 feet away is hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said, it's the trash can. You put a 50-gallon trash can at the end of your driveway. The average person can't hit that trash can with a pistol.
Yeah.
And that's just the way it is, man. It's a lot more difficult.
Well, especially then if you consider trying to hit a moving target, like a person.
Yeah.
Who's trying,
especially while they're trying to shoot back is a whole nother ball of wax. Yeah. So many people. I have a friend who does. He teaches handguns for the Army, and he was all front sight post. I always say this to myself, when you pull out your gun, he says most people who get in a fight and never hit anything can't remember seeing their front. And it's not even sighting it down. It's just the front sight post. And he teaches people, when you draw and bead down, just repeat in your head 1,000 times, front sight post, front sight post, front sight post. And all you do is put your front sight post on your target. You have a drastically higher chance of hitting them.
So even if it doesn't line up or anything?
Yeah, even if you're not lining the back sights, doing the whole bit. But just put your front sight post on your person. I mean, we're talking short range handgun fire. But yeah, just draw and put your front sight post on your person and fire. And it's it's crazy how much more accurate you are.
That's cool.
And so it's anyway, it's just, I've done drills shooting barrels out of my mom's farm and stuff you're front sight post, front sight, you're but yeah, there's so many times just thousands of rounds go across and nobody hit shit.
Well, I mean, sure, it was terrible in World War I because you were just firing across the trenches, but even in the wars after that, it's always been something more than 1,000 rounds per kill.
Well, yeah, that's why they went to the A2. The M16s were full auto, and I'm pulling a number out of my ass, but they figured there was 2,500 rounds expended for every kill in Vietnam. Mm-hmm. And so that's why they went to the 3-round burst in the M4s and the A2s, because you're just wasting ammo spraying all over.
The 3-round burst is pretty much as effective.
Yeah, it's just as effective, and you're not going to be able to.
We don't have to ship millions of tons of ammo.
Yeah, that's one you would I gotta find that thing. I watched a documentary a while back on how they got the supplies in the invasion in Normandy. Mm-hmm. This was brilliant. You would dig this kind of thing. There's this So they figure out that a soldier to be effective for a week in World War II needed a ton of shit.
Like
ammo,
literally 1 ton? Or...
Literally 1 ton. Literally 1 ton. For 1 week of combat effectiveness, one soldier needed a ton of food, water, ammo, etc.
That's crazy.
And so you got to think, how do you get that much tonnage to a place, especially like Normandy and shit, where you're invading? You don't have supply lines.
Well, and that's where they did like the crazy stuff with the pre-built concrete docks.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I saw that documentary on the concrete, and they floated them across the English Channel, and I'm just like, that's crazy.
And they're just like, oh, there's no harbor? We just built a harbor.
Yeah, just these giant fucking block-sized, city block-sized concrete blocks, and within 24 hours, they're loading off 100,000 tons of cargo a day. And it's like, how? That kind of stuff is amazing to me. Like, shit, that is genius engineering.
When you think about the dock master there, like, what sort of schedule do you have to keep and make sure that all the shit goes to even vaguely the right place?
Exactly, and it's like, you need a ton of shit per guy. Per guy! That's insane. Anyway.
Well, and that's how you can see how, like, even the guys from, like, what's it, A Bridge Too Far, like, sure, they dropped supplies on them and stuff, but you can't drop a ton of supplies per guy per week. That is practically impossible. You can't airlift it.
Yeah. Yeah, no. So anyway, yeah, but then the realism, the same thing I said about balance. I think balance is overrated in games. I think realism is overrated. People say, oh, well, that's not realistic. Well, neither's jumping through the air with a sword in your hand. And, it's like, the games are not meant to be realistic.
Well, and my father-in-law posted a cool Reddit post. I should actually find it and link it in the group. It's essentially a medieval weapons historian writing about, like, what things are actually effective. What was medieval combat like? And it's really cool to read, but I would probably not want to play, especially a D&D campaign based on it.
Yeah, the war pick killed more people than broadswords, but broadswords are so fucking cooler than war picks are.
Exactly.
And it's like, and like armor was fucking hot, and you had more casualties for heat stroke and all this shit. Like,
some of this stuff was really interesting too. Like, armor did not weigh that much and did not slow you down that much. Like, even guys in plate armor could do somersaults and get up and stuff like that, and people never think that that would even be possible. But, like, they did. We can build plate.
Yeah, but the plates also weren't as thick, and most people who wore armor wasn't what we picture as the Sir Galahad full plate. They'd wear like a chainmail shirt and maybe some shoulders and gauntlets.
Yeah.
They didn't wear like the full King Arthur. I mean, that's the parade shit. Yeah. The jousting shit. Half your force dies of dysentery on the way to the fucking battlefield before you get there.
Yeah, that's realistic.
Yeah, it's like, roll for dysentery. I don't want to play that fucking game. It's like I don't give people too much shit about what they eat or drink and shit. Like,
I can see where it could be fun to play that game, but it would be a special sort of thing. Like, we're gonna play a super realistic game and like make some extra characters. People are gonna die a lot, yada yada yada. But it wouldn't be like the thing you'd want to play all the time, and some people just might not even want to play it at all.
Well, I'm thinking about running a Fury Road game, and one of the realistic there that I've been thinking is like not just vehicle fuel and stuff like that, but like water and you're living in that. It's just like Fallout. You're living in that post-apocalyptic shit, and it's like, how far do you take that? Because on one hand, like shit, like just surviving on a day-to-day basis is a major thing, but on the other hand, like, you have these cool cars and you're trying to be Mad Max, but you're out of gas.
Right. Well, and that's the thing is, if you if your motivation is to survive, there has to be some resource that you kind of constantly run out of.
Yeah.
Oh, well, anyways, I should be getting to bed. Thank you. This was really fun.
Yeah, thank you for doing this sidebar, man. That was really neat. I had a good time.
Oh, I enjoyed it. That was fun to run.
You know, and I know that was like I tried not to bogart the game, but there's so many times like nobody was talking because two of the people were brand new.
Yeah, well, that's
you know,
fun.
and it's like